Nobody wants to think about birth emergencies, but if something unexpected happens during labor, your role as a birth partner matters more than you realize. And I want to say this right away. Your job is not to know how to handle every possible medical emergency. Thankfully, you don't need to know how to stop a hemorrhage or resuscitate a baby. Your job is to help mom feel safe while the professionals do their job. That's it. And honestly, that matters more than people realize. My name is Jamie. I'm a midwife. I've been attending births for over a decade. This video covers what to do in an emergency at the hospital or with a midwife present. But if you're interested in what to do if the baby arrives before you get to the hospital, hit subscribe so you don't miss my next video. So let's be clear about something. Most births are low risk and most complications are manageable, especially if they're recognized quickly. The goal here is not fear, it's preparation, because panic spreads fast in a labor room. And if the support person starts to spiral, the laboring woman feels it immediately. But calm support, that can genuinely help her stay regulated even during intense moments. You do not need medical knowledge to be helpful. What you do need is grounding, calming energy, and to stay connected to her when things get stressful. Sometimes babies do need extra support after birth. Maybe they're having trouble transitioning, maybe they came early, maybe there were cord issues or a difficult delivery. And suddenly the room shifts. People move faster, extra staff may come in, and for parents, that can be terrifying. One of the biggest things to remember is medical urgency doesn't necessarily mean a catastrophe. Sometimes staff move fast because they're trained to act early and efficiently. Your job in that moment is not to know every piece of medical equipment in that room and how it works. Your role is to stay connected to mom and keep her calm. Stay physically close if possible, hold her hand, and help slow her breathing. Moms often interpret urgency as something terrible is happening to my baby, even if they're just using precautions. If mom and baby have to be separated, make a plan before birth to know if mom prefers you stay with her or go with the baby if possible. Another emergency that birth partners may witness is a postpartum hemorrhage, which is excessive bleeding after birth. This can happen for a variety of reasons. The uterus isn't contracting well, there's a tear, or the uterus is just exhausted from a really long labor or even a really quick one. If this happens, the room can suddenly become very busy. There may be additional medications administered, they may be rubbing her uterus, and checking blood pressure more frequently. And honestly, seeing blood can trigger panic in partners really quickly. So first, do not lock your knees. If you faint, you become an additional patient, so sit down if you need to, and get a drink of water. Your job is to stay emotionally present. Look at mom, hold her hand, speak slowly, reassure her that they know what to do, and remind her to keep eye contact by saying, "Look at me." Your calm matters more than having answers. Sometimes labor changes directions unexpectedly and a C-section becomes necessary. Maybe baby isn't tolerating labor well, maybe labor has stalled, or maybe there's issues with the cord or placenta. That transition can feel really sudden. One thing, everything seems normal, the next, everyone's rushing to the OR. Bright lights, lots of staff, fast conversations, and mom may feel terrified. She may be shaking from adrenaline, she may start to cry, she may feel completely overwhelmed. In that moment, you become her familiar face. You don't need to explain the surgery. And again, you don't need to understand every monitor. You just need to keep steady, repeat simple information, and keep eye contact. Advocating respectfully if she's struggling to communicate can be helpful. Things such as she's feeling nauseous, or can someone explain what's happening, can go a long way. A calm partner can make an operating room feel dramatically less scary. Another situation that can come up is a shoulder dystocia. A shoulder dystocia is when the baby's head is born, but the shoulders get stuck on mom's pubic bone. This is one of those emergencies where the energy in the room shifts very fast. People may become loud, instructions may seem very direct, and people move quickly. That can be alarming if you've never seen it before, or even if you have. This is not the moment to panic and start asking a lot of questions. Your role is to help mom focus and follow instructions quickly. Phrases such as push with them, you're doing it, and listen to their instructions are really beneficial. Seconds matter in situations like this, and keeping mom calm helps everyone work more effectively. Here's what I really want birth partners to remember. Your energy matters. If you spiral emotionally, moms usually feel it immediately. Be an anchor, not another emergency. Eat, drink, rest, sit down if you feel dizzy, and take deep breaths. Help by keeping communication simple. During stressful events, long explanations don't usually help. Try using phrases like, "I'm here," "You're safe," "They're helping you," and "Look at me." And please don't disappear emotionally. Even when staff are busy, moms remember if they felt alone or supported. A lot of women remember birth emergencies less by the medical details and more by facial expression, tone in the voice, and whether or not there was somebody there to help them through it. Birth partners do not need medical degrees. They need steady hands, calm energy, and the ability to remind a laboring woman she is not alone while the professionals do their job. That support matters more than you think. Send this to your birth partner and follow for more realistic birth prep with a midwife.